name is Captain Charles Cook. I'm the local admissions liaison officer for the United States Military Academy, working within the 13th Congressional District of Florida. It's always a pleasure for me to come to this Baccalaureate Mass and awards ceremony for St. Pete Catholic High School. St. Pete Catholic is establishing its local preeminence in preparing students for the Federal Military Service Academies. Already, St. Pete Catholic has 4 alumni either attending or recently graduated from West Point. From the class of 2010, Second Lieutenant Stephen Rusnak. From the class of 2011, Jacob Zing. From the class of 2012, Kristen Zing. And now another from the class of 2014 will join this list. Father Mike, St. Pete Catholic High School continues to set the community standard that all other public and private schools wish to emulate. I'm personally pleased that you are staying at St. Pete Catholic for a few more years. The mission of West Point is simple and clear: to educate, train, and inspire the Corps of Cadets so that each graduate is a commissioned leader of character, committed to the values of duty, honor, country, and prepared for a career of professional excellence and service to the nation as an officer in the United States Army. Those who are accepted to attend West Point will spend 4 exceptionally challenging years at a beautiful, historic, and demanding place that is unquestionably the world's premier leadership institution. A place that has produced such famous leaders as Dwight Eisenhower, Douglas MacArthur, Ulysses S. Grant, Robert E. Lee, George Patton, Omar Bradley, and Norman Schwarzkopf. Currently, over 4,400 cadets from throughout the United States, Guam, Puerto Rico, and 17 foreign nations attend West Point. In addition to leadership, West Point is also among the nation's top academic institutions. It offers over 45 academic majors in both the sciences and humanities. West Point has produced more Rhodes Scholars than any other college or university in the country except Harvard, Yale, and Princeton. And they started before us. It has also produced more winners of the Rhodes than all other schools except MIT, Stanford, and Princeton. You guessed it, they started before us. Forbes magazine in 2009 and U.S. News and World Report in 2011 ranked West Point #1 in the nation among all public or private undergraduate colleges and universities, ahead of, yes, you guessed it, Harvard, Princeton, and all other service academies. We're not bashful. In addition to the challenging academic program, West Point cadets also undergo rigorous and mandatory physical training, leadership development, and moral ethical training to develop within them those attributes essential to becoming a commissioned leader of character. As an active duty Army officer, serving our soldiers, our Army, and our nation. With such emphasis placed on academic, leadership, character, and physical development for every cadet, there is no doubt why West Point has been frequently described as the most robust and challenging collegiate learning institution in our country. This year, over 15,500 students opened admissions files thinking they had prepared themselves for the rigors of the long gray line. Only about 2,000 discovered they are actually qualified medically, physically, academically, and receive a nomination. Of that number, this year, only 1,200 received the offer letter, about 7%. One of St. Pete Catholic's class of 2014 has joined this select group and will become a member of the Long Gray Line. I don't know if Michael Rusnak or his parents believed this day would happen, that it would be a reality, although he's got the genes. Michael is a great example of the young Americans West Point seeks to lead our soldiers and the Army. Like Michael, this year's new cadets are well-rounded, at the top of their peer group in 3 areas: academics, leadership, and athletics. Academically, the combined average math and verbal SAT scores for a typical entering class is around 1,300. In the leadership arena, almost 85% of a typical class have earned a varsity letter in at least one sport. Many are multiple varsity sport athletes, and nearly 70% were the designated team captains of one or more sports. A significant number of them were also Eagle Scouts or Gold Award winners, boys or girl state representatives, or presidents of their class, student body, or extracurricular school or community organizations. Michael has demonstrated a high level of achievement in all areas I mentioned. Upon graduation from West Point, Michael will become a member of the noblest profession in the world, an active duty officer in the United States Army. As an officer, he will be entrusted with the responsibility of leading your sons and your daughters around the world, wherever and whenever duty calls. In these trying and uncertain times, it is important that we all realize the magnitude of this responsibility. And Michael has proven to date that he has what it takes to succeed, not only at West Point, but also in our Army. I'm confident that Michael will do a great job at West Point. I know that his family, friends, and community are already very proud of him. Michael is an example of what can be possible for every student in every classroom throughout Pinellas County. And in saying this and acknowledging Michael's exceptional accomplishments, I would be remiss if I did not also take a brief moment to recognize Michael's parents, David and Barbara. As human beings, we are all a product of our combined environments, in the home, in the school, and in the local community. Excellence does not happen by chance or luck. A successful student springs forth from dedicated parents who are willing to invest the personal effort, dedication, and time to be the mentor, role model, guide, friend, and yes, at times, the disciplinarian for over 18 years of their child's life. Then comes the time to release their child into the unfriendly world to continue the experience of living, growing, sharing, and most importantly, serving. David and Barbara, well done. For a second time. Because of the Rusnack's family's existing involvement in West Point, I would like to invite Second Lieutenant Stephen Rusnack to please join me for this presentation. Steve graduated from West Point this past Wednesday and was commissioned as Second Lieutenant and branched to the Finance Corps. Besides being admitted to West Point, is also a recruited athlete for track and will be a member of the Army track team. To put this appointment presentation into terms we can all wrap our heads around, let me explain that Michael, by attending West Point, receives a full 4-year academic college scholarship valued in excess of $450,000. I love that gasp every time I hear it. Thank you for paying your income taxes. So Michael, on behalf of the President of the United States, it gives me great pleasure to present you with this certificate of appointment, welcoming you to West Point's class of 2000.
willingness to serve our country. And Captain Cook, thank you, sir, for your service and joining us this evening. I would now like to move on